守りたいいつもいつもいつもいつもそばにいるからどんなに辛くてどんなに苦しくてもきっときっときっときっとゴールは近いから星空に輝け
Hello, listeners of the podcast, which is Unlimited Railworks. This is episode 78 of Video Game Choo-Choo's Anime Podcast. And we're here to talk about anime, once again without John, because he hates us. He hates us. He doesn't want to stick around. He gets his fill, he stays for an episode or two, and then he's back at it again. He just leaves. No, but John's gone once again, which leaves just me, Rose, hi, the host, and my usual cohorts, who are like literally almost always here. Elvie.
Hello.
Hello. Elvie, you think you'd probably have a better track record than me, honestly, with this podcast, because
Really?
I'm always like, oh, geez, I'm sick, I can't.
No, that's fine. That is a valid reason.
I know, but
if
I'm the host,
I don't know.
and I feel like you've beaten me. I feel like probably.
If I'm sick, I wouldn't be able to deal with anime either. I just no.
Yeah, too much.
That's not healthy. I think that's not a great that's not a great thing to like dive into when you're feeling a state of sickness. That's probably the worst thing you can probably do to yourself.
Like it depends on the anime, really. Like because I've watched the first time I ever watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I watched all of it. I had read the manga, but I watched all of Brotherhood when I was like sick as hell for a week. And that was good. That was fulfilling.
Okay.
Keeps you active, like when you're in like a flu type situation, delirium.
Yeah.
But yeah, Maverick is also here, and I know you had to take some time off at one point, but still, greatly appreciate you coming here.
Oh yeah,
when you can.
God, keeper of my sanity. This podcast, let me tell you.
Yeah, something to focus your thoughts onto, as it were.
Yep, I have reached the point in my work experience that I don't feel as afraid to turn my filter off, and because of that, one, people do find my like outbursts pretty funny, but two,
Oh yeah,
I'm also like a catty little bitch when it comes to like my opinions on things, and so people will hear that, and they're just like, holy shit, when did this come up? Where was this in like the first like 2 months?
I mean, still at the same time, I feel like, I feel this way about everyone here, but I always say it to you, like, I feel very measured and considered response is very, like, a critical mind, as they say.
Oh yeah, I can be measured and like...
definitely at work.
I can be measured with something that I like. See, just right there.
Well, you know what? Actually, I was like, do I even have to say anything? No, we didn't watch anything. We're not doing anime of the year yet. I think we're doing that next time. We sort of just fuck around. Really,
We'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
it's probably something we do have to talk. It's probably something we do have to talk about because, as with a couple of the shows I will talk about later, the schedules are also kind of whack with some shows not ending until the next season technically.
Right.
So
a lot of delays.
we got to figure that out. I don't know. At this rate, anime year will be in February, which I don't mind. But yeah, that's what's going on with some series being 12 episodes, but others are like 30 or something, and it's like, oh, okay, well. And then others decide to divide up in different cores, like Madoka, for instance, a Magia record. which is weird again, delayed. As opposed to just finishing off the season with one contained season.
Yeah. I mean, I've been happy ever since last year. I think it was last year that was the first time we did it, right? Where we moved Game of the Year.
Yeah, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
for similar reasons.
After the year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For similar reasons and especially in the past 2 years with like the pandemic and like a lot of other factors just messing up development cycles. It's more fair to stuff that comes out in December, and then we're talking about this stuff in December, and then it's like, oh man, come January and I played this thing that came out in December, and it's like, wow, I probably would have, my opinion would have been different if I played this earlier, so it does give more time for that stuff, more breathing room for sure, and for all of us too, for both the game and the gamers.
Yeah, really though, because we don't have to fucking, it was not fun. I'm glad you never have to experience it, Maverick, but years and years of us just like the first week of December while also doing the Game Awards, usually just fucking, Yeah,
and from my understanding, there was also a format where you guys also podcasted it out too.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, we stopped doing that pretty quick, I think, but it was still this format of like, I think it was 2018 or something, we decided like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do Game of the Year anymore, like a Game of the Year specifically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I feel like that's been great in general because it leads us to having a more diverse lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, as different as we all are, we also kind of agree when something owns, I feel like. So it just ends up being like, well, which of the two ones that like half of everyone liked is it going to be? But that's video games, not anime. When we do anime of the year, it doesn't matter. We just we just all do our picks. We don't argue about it or anything. We just commiserate over anime.
And anime of the year for the 5th year in a row goes to Elfen Lied. Come on up and get your award, Elfen Lied.
Yep, all-timer all there. Yeah. And it's just like, why did they even bother making anything after that?
I watched the Hazel video on it, and I'm like, shit, no, you're right. This is very much like a formative fucking... Because I definitely heard about it, have never watched it, will believe it's trash, but also will not dispute any, like, former teenage girl that watched it in terms of, like, the importance that it probably had on their life.
Oh, I was that former teenage girl that watched it, and I don't think it was important on my life.
Fair.
But again, definitely had that phase of like, wow, I'm so cool watching like violent anime at the age I was, right? But for sure, it has its merits. It had its place in time, but no, I don't think it's something that holds up at all. Or I don't even know what it was trying to say, and that's the problem. I don't think what it was trying to say holds up at all. That's really what it was. Not the content itself.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
but everything that was going on in it is like, come on. Like, this is just, it was just very, very nihilistic in a lot of ways that had no rationale for to be the way it was. Don't need to go into specifics. No, I can, but I don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen it personally, but I had a friend who I know rewatched it, and he was really telling me all about how bad it was. I think
right. There were some cool sequences like, oh shit, that was sick. Like sick as in bloody, disgusting, but that was sick. But other than that, no, yeah, it just a lot of concepts put together, but as a whole, it didn't. Oh, it was not stuff I agree with on today.
Top 10 box arts that you could find on an FYE and go, oh shit.
God, FYE. Oh.
Yeah, it'd be on a T-shirt too.
Let's worry about Pocky.
And your Super Mario themed energy drinks that probably tasted like shit.
Oh, jeez.
Those are everywhere
you know what?
now.
I do know what those are. Yeah, I was gonna say those are everywhere now.
Those are everywhere now. Like every convention, every anime convention or cartoon comic, like there's weird reskinned energy drinks of different IPs. Like there's a Dragon Ball one that was apparently good. I tried to only I didn't buy it, but like I was at some con. I don't know if it was the Dragon Ball con per se, but at some con a couple years ago, they were just handing them out, and I'm like, sure. It was like this limeade flavor. It was fine. But no, I bet there are tons more of those.
No, they're at Target now.
They're at Target now.
I've seen them in the aisles where they have the cards, like the cards that everyone's killing each other for these days. Yeah. Yeah, I always see like a little stand that either has. I've seen the Dragon Ball one, and I've seen the Mario one. Yeah. And also I saw the Mega Man E-Tank one once, and I was like, oh, maybe. No, no way. That's going to be the worst thing I've ever had.
What would that be? Would that be like
blueberry? It has to be blueberry, right?
Yeah, because it's blue. Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Mario, I bet it's like, fruit punch, because, like red and blue. I don't know. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I'm sure. Listen, actually, I don't know why I'm so revulsed. It just seems like the type of thing that's probably really bad, right? It's probably totally fine, but like, there's something about the vibe. It's not good. It's not a good vibe.
Yeah, I get it's a reskinned energy drink. I know something about it is like, this is hiding something because they put a cute character I like.
Yeah,
Goku's
got something wrong.
I need to see the Red Bull logo. I need to see the monster. This is not This is not the appropriate visual style I should be looking at an energy drink that associate with a certain certain like subculture.
Speaking of, rest in peace to the Fangamer E-Tank mug.
Oh shit, what happened?
They just don't do it anymore, because I won't say that they got corporate, but they got legitimate, like now that they legit have tie-ins with like games and actually do licensed merch now. Some of their other stuff is like out of there. Like, sure, you can get a Grillby's mug, but little Mario Pipe mug from 10 years ago, the E-Tank mug, those are gone. You can get a nice little tie-in over here, a Valhalla pub glass and coaster set.
All right.
Folks, what anime have we watched?
You're like totally right though, because this is like a thing is like you can't find those sites anymore that just have shit, right?
Oh, you mean go on fucking Snorktees? I'll go on fucking Snorktees right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking it up. The first thing I see, well, not the first thing I see, but within the first page on Google search results, the eBay post, the eBay search listing that comes up for looking up E-Tank mug, legit cup is the first two words in this eBay listing with asterisk. It's a desperate time. Wow.
I'm on Snorktees. You got the classic Alderaan 5-day forecast, Hoth Ski Resort, a picture of a Dalek, but instead of it saying exterminate, it's saying celebrate. Go outside. The graphics are amazing.
Ooh.
Oh, no. I'm seeing various mugs where it's either actually a sculpted with the, actually it's like the shape, and then ones that are just various variations of clearly not legit, where it's just printed on, the design's just printed on through something like Teespring or something, Cafe Press. I don't even know if those two, well, Teespring exists. Cafe Press, I'm not sure. Wow. This is a oh man. Oh, this is a desperate market.
God, I had to Google My Life is Average, and it looks like the site went down.
No. Oh no, that was the... Oh no.
Rose, what anime did you watch?
Anime. Yeah, I was about to say, anime. Sorry to get us derailed. I was
sorry to get us into the nuance of...
I love to learn. Remember
TV tropes?
No, I don't, because I feel like by the time I got online, everyone was already saying that it's the worst. So I was like, well, I don't need to check that out.
Oh no, TV tropes is the only way I knew about Evangelion for a while.
Oh man.
Oh.
How did? Well, that's better than I know. I always say this, but I did watch End of Evo when I was 6, and that was my only exposure to Evangelion.
Right. With no context.
Yeah, with no context. Is that better?
It didn't list. You didn't get to know which character was the Wooby of the series.
Jesus Christ, is that what they say on TV?
They do.
Inflicting psychic damage to specific listeners of the podcast.
Oh,
I think we got every core audience. To be quite honest.
Every time I learn something new about the internet before 5 years ago or whatever, when I went online for the first time, is haunting me.
Rose, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Let's trade Tokusatsu.
Okay. All right. That sounds good to me. All right. What have you been watching, huh?
So I alluded to it a little bit, and I got the name of the series wrong when I said I was thinking about an Ultraman series. I think I mentioned I was looking at Ultraman Guide. In reality, I was thinking about Ultraman Ginga, which is a series that's a little bit more recent, I would say. It's from 2013. Yeah, 2013. And it is a very interesting show in terms of just looking at its setup, where basically I think every Ultraman series is connected in a way, but there's no specific order to it from what I can see. Or it's not pertinent that you start from the first Ultraman and then work your way up. That being said, Ultraman Ginga is very curious just because of the fact that it is a 50th anniversary show. So a lot of fucking weight there in terms of what you're able to do. But at this point in time, the series has sort of been struggling with just getting stuff down, and there's definitely a lot of financial severity going on. So you definitely see something interesting where the area itself is set up in this old elementary school, and it follows a group of friends that are coming back to hang out, figure out just some time shenanigans that lead them all to be in the same place. And the main character, Hikaru Raida, ultimately finds a doll, literally a little collectible of a former Ultraman, Ultraman Leo, that speaks to him and is hey dude, I think you might be a chosen one. In the school shrine, there is a relic that you can use to awaken the power of what they call, and I'm looking at it here, spark dolls. And basically, part of the series is being able to look at just all of these miniature figures of classic Ultraman monsters and getting to just remember, oh, hey, it's this guy. Oh, it's that guy. And the main character being able to literally transform into those characters for a bit, and then later on in that same episode become the titular Ultraman Ginga, which is a pretty souped up Ultraman design. I dig it, and it's only 16 episodes. I'm about 3 episodes in so far. There is a sequel series, Ultraman Ginga S, where there is a bit more budget packed into that, because basically this was definitely a Hail Mary of a attempt, and from what I can tell, I mean, given that I'm still hearing about the Ultra series and shows past Ginga, I would say it worked out, which good for them, because goddamn, yeah. So you had Ginga, which then led into X, Ultraman Orb, Ultraman Guide, RB, Taiga, Z, and currently Ultraman Trigger. So, good on it. And also has a fucking banger of an OP. Just fucking dudes rock material is what this fucking song is.
Oh, yes, you showed me this.
Yeah, I'm gonna link it again.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's cute. Like I don't know if, because last time that we were talking about Tokusatsu, I would say that like Sentai usually skews a little bit younger in comparison to something like Kamen Rider. Usually, it's not an immediate one-to-one. I would say it's more the situation for newer series. With Ultraman, I definitely feel a similar younger skew of sorts in some things. At the very least with like the thematics, where it's like the villain basically creates the monster of the week by finding a local person with a evil heart and using that evil energy to make them power the monster that week. And so far, like, monsters have included people that want to pollute in the local park, a guy on a motorcycle that loves to chase people, and then recently, from what I was seeing, a lady who just likes to be mean to the kids and may have like more connections, I guess, to the overall villain. Again, I'm very lenient in some capacity with it being a show that's sort of just like patched up with whatever they could scrounge up, but also, the things that hit definitely hit, and I can see why this helped bring in some momentum for a series at a time that it definitely had to, I definitely had to get itself established, because I feel like not a lot of people talk about Ultraman, at least in the West, even though it definitely is like one of the most seminal pieces of media to really just have any influence. I mean, again, so much of Anno's material you can trace back to his own obsession for Ultraman, among other things. I mean, look at those Eva designs. They are like less Gundam specific and more like you could just put someone in a suit in those, which, from what I hear, kind of does happen in 3.33 or whatever.
I've been wondering about the generational divide specifically with Ultraman, because it does feel like there was a period of time, maybe in the 90s or early 2000s, where Ultraman was very, I wouldn't say popular, but like the awareness was there. Like Nicolas Cage fucking loves him, Ultraman. Guillermo del Toro, you want to talk about inspirations, like he fucking loves Ultraman. And now you can definitely tell how that reflects like, the stuff he's made over the years.
I mean, part of it, I think, would be the fact that a lot of it would become serialized in some capacity. I remember a very faint attempt to bring Ultraman to the West through Fox Kids. Like, they had a dubbed version of one of the Ultraman series. I forget which one, but they did have a version available. It might have been Ultraman Gaia, maybe Neos, not too sure. But it was one of those where it definitely didn't like register, which I don't know, I find interesting as someone that did like, I got Power Rangers no problem. I got a lot of that early material like no sweat. When it came to trying to do that for Ultraman, there was just a difficulty, I would say. Or I can't think of another time that they tried to bring it back to the West.
And I wonder if that'll happen now, right? Like Godzilla's been popular. People really like Shin Godzilla, I mean, specifically. And if Anno's going to be doing Shin Ultraman, like, will that be a gateway of sorts with Kamen Rider getting licensed more and more now, too?
Yeah. Oh, it was Ultraman Taiga.
They got good names for these, I'm going to say right now. And they're simple, but these are good names. I really liked the Ultraman Gaia design when I was looking up. Ginga's fine too, but I really like the suit.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. So the dub was a bit more tongue-in-cheek, but, you know, something that probably couldn't, like, land immediately if there had been, like, such a drought of Ultraman material, like, after that. Which makes sense.
So I've been watching Kamen Rider Revice, right? The week-to-week. A week-to-week one.
Oh.
It's currently going still a couple episodes behind, but just got to the part where they have introduced a female rider. They have introduced several riders. So let me run through the riders with you, okay? Okay. So this Kamen Rider Revice is the main character, right? And he's just a guy, but he has his demon, his inner demon from hell, is also like the Kamen Rider Revice. He's named Vice, and he just sort of like, he has like a cat boy outfit. Like a suit, but it's still like, it has like cat ears and stuff.
Right.
And they're like a tag team. Like they go around, like they do like some combinations into horrible CGI stuff. It's really bad. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those two are the main ones. Then there's Kamen Rider Evil.
Oh.
Who has become Kamen Rider Live?
Oh, from the word evil.
Yeah, because he's not evil anymore.
Okay.
Now he's cool.
Rose.
Incredible.
Yeah?
That's a lizard head.
It's a lizard head? Well, he has like 30 outfits.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
I'm looking.
Hold on. Kamen Rider.
Oh.
If it's the pink one.
Cat, or a snake head. It is cat-like at first glance.
Okay, you know what? You're right. Right. It is a
don't want to expose you like that.
Sorry.
Is that a hog?
It looks like, look at it. Look like
No, I know what you mean. The placement is, yeah.
He's always doing cat boy shit is why I said
maybe
that.
maybe it's like a that's like the joke too. It looks like a cat, but it's actually a lizard.
And listen, anyway, the main thing is they change all the time, okay?
Right,
So
yeah.
it doesn't even matter. They're changing to like kangaroo and shit like that, but that's not even true. They're just switching to other writers. Like themed stuff, but they don't say that outright. So it's like, oh, look, we're in the Forze outfit or whatever, so we got a rocket. Oh, look, we're in the Kamen Rider. I don't think they've done Build yet, but they've done a bunch of other ones, the gamer one, etc. But now they have, so all the riders are related in this one. They're all from the same family.
Okay.
And now they have the Lady Rider, which they have started to do more recently, in earnest. Mm-hmm. And it's Kamen Rider Jean, like Jeanne d'Arc, for some godforsaken reason. Don't know why that is that, but she's the sister who does karate, I think.
Oh shit.
So she's pretty tough, but she turns into Kamen Rider Jean. She has a little sidekick who is... So yeah, they all have demons, right? Is the gimmick of the show. The brother who becomes who's Kamen Rider Evil, has an evil demon who is just like a goth gay version of him. I don't... Very...
This is Shin Megami Tensei. This is just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, you're not me. That's literally what happens, too. He goes, like, you're not me. That's the problem. Then it becomes Kamen Rider Live, whatever. But for her inner demon is just this little person in a mascot snake costume, and they're so cute. They are so cute. They just go around and they're scared of everything because it's like her inner demon was that she was too scared to like fight or whatever because she's a girl in a Tokusatsu series. But it's so cute, and she's like snake themed because of it. And it's a fun design. It's fun. It's I wouldn't say Revice is one, like when I look at Kamen Riders, I really look at like Build, Double, and stuff like Kuga as like really interesting stuff that they were like very cohesive about. This one very much feels like, and maybe it's just because this is the first one I'm watching week to week, but it very much feels like it is pandering to that week to week. Like, we're just gonna do something fucking crazy next week. Like, you don't even know. Like,
yeah, is this an anniversary?
It won't matter because it's a new week. Yeah.
It is, I think, because it is the what is it, the 50 something, and that's why they have all the suits or whatever.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, for the occasional anniversary writer, they will do something special. I'm trying to think. So the immediate
50th.
Oh, 50th. Okay, so I get it. I'm trying to think here. I know that Common Writer Decade, anniversary writer. Forze, I believe, is technically an anniversary writer. Let me double check that. I want to say Forze is an anniversary writer. Zio is obviously another anniversary writer. But
Zio is so...
Oh, yeah. So Forze was for the 40th anniversary. And then... Okay. So the thing that they do that's fucked up is the fact that Decade commemorates 10 years of the Heisei Writer series.
Right.
Forze is a commemoration of the 40 years of Kamen Rider as a total cumulative series. Zio celebrates, I want to say 25 years? Or 20 years. Yeah, Zio celebrates 20 years of Heisei Writers. And then Revice is now the 50th anniversary of the entirety of fucking Kamen Rider. It's dumb, but also, go off.
You know what? Who doesn't love a stupid, hey, everybody's here type situation,
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't? We all love it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to judge it. But it is pretty silly.
I do think it may be suffering from that, yeah.
Do you think Kamen Rider Forze is based on the Flatwoods Monster?
Yes, absolutely. I've always felt
Okay,
that
cool.
way.
I didn't notice it until I saw a video about the Flatwoods Monster, and I'm like, oh shit, wait.
Yeah, no, it's, look at him.
Yeah.
I totally get why you wouldn't notice that at first.
Elvie, are you still there? Did we,
Yeah, oh no, I've been listening.
Here's a fun little bit. Right
I am still here.
Final bit about Revice. Oh, also there was Kamen Rider Demons as well. And that guy has a drill, so I really like him.
Nice.
Because he has a drill.
Is that a separate person? Are they?
Yes, Kamen Rider Demons is another guy.
But that's not evil. That's
No, evil is the brother who becomes live.
I don't quite get the naming structure in this one. It's a little all over the place.
Why is she called Kamen Rider Jean?
Right.
What does Revice mean?
Wait, I'm reading the list. Revi or Revi?
Yeah, there's Revi.
So revive, maybe? Maybe revive.
Revice, and it goes Revi, Vice.
Revi, Vice, Live, Evil, John Demon.
Yeah.
Right, it's like two of the names reflect the other, but then you get to John and Demons.
Yeah. I don't even know what was John in the snake bit. I don't whatever. Why is Demons a spider? It's not like it matters. So the one thing I really liked from reading the Wikipedia page was something I saw, which said the first production meeting for the season had the head scriptwriter pitch having a primary female Kamen Rider, only for executives to deny it fairly quickly.
No.
I can't believe they would deny it fairly quickly. I also really like the part where it says the producer wanted to do a road film type concept that symbolized the end of the pandemic.
All right.
One of the writers is a fan of bats, so they had there's a bathhouse in the show that's important.
Yeah, it takes place at a hot spring, but it is very.
That's their base. Is that where they meet up all the time?
Yeah, the scriptwriter is a fan of public baths and felt that they were the embodiment of happiness.
I mean, they're nice. They're nice. If you go to a nice one, yeah, they're nice. That's very.
It's a weird thing to say, though. When I think of public baths, I think happiness.
Also, maybe not. Also, kind of contradicts the concern over, oh man, we can't do the road film idea anymore. The pandemic's not done. Bathhouses aren't great in this current situation still.
No.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's totally fine. I wouldn't say this is one of my favorites or anything. It is very insane. It has a lot of insane characters. It has a lot of fun camera work. The CGI is really fucking bad, and they do it for every single fight, and it's driving me insane.
Oh, good.
But if you're the type of person who loves bad CGI, then maybe you'll get a kick out of it. But, for me, no. It's still good though. I like the female writer actually seems decent for once, even if it's really funny that her every common writer has the belt say something. When she transforms, it says liberal up. I like because it's supposed to be like Jeanne d'Arc,
is that just an awkward translation, or is that really?
It's supposed to be like Jeanne d'Arc, like liberate, whatever she says. Like,
liberate.
But in the context, it's very funny. Yeah, that's Kamen Rider Revice. You know how it is. Elvie, what have you up to? What do you want to talk about? What's going on?
What hijinks have I been up to?
Yeah.
I have a lot of series I still need to finish. Which again, maybe doesn't matter because at this rate, maybe we are doing Anime Year in February, which would be really funny. But would be practical. I would not mind it. But for sure, a lot of series still that are like on the hanger for me, being like, I'll get back to that. But gosh, you have like 10 more episodes, and I don't know about that. I'm not feeling that right now. So what I did instead is like, oh sure, I'm gonna check out new series instead, and just utterly build up that library. Very inconveniently so for myself. Thankfully there was one series that just kind of like was vomited from the get-go because it was partially an American production. So in this case, it seems like, Netflix has gone better when it came to distributing some anime titles where they do understand, like, no, this binge model does not work and typically is not associated with anime watching. In this case, now they applied the binge model here for a show called Super Crux, which is actually based on an American comic, which was what they call a limited series. So there were literally only 6 issues. It was never intended to be like, a longer comic book series. It's also like a spin-off of another. It's also a spin-off of another series, which I believe actually is much longer, and I think more syndicated. I'm not sure if that one's done, but this is based on a comic book series by the guy who made Kick-Ass. And he also, actually, I never learned this until recently because I keep seeing the fucking trailer for this movie. He also did Kingsman, which I was not aware was a comic book series this whole time. I totally thought it was like a movie. Yes, Kingsman is indeed a comic book series originally.
I guess I could see that from the trailers.
Gosh, the trailer for like apparently what appears to be a prequel keeps appearing before some of my YouTube videos. Like, oh, the Kingsman.
I had to see it at the theater.
And I was like, what? Why is this familiar? And then the title came up. I'm like, oh, all right, I see. You're clever. I get it. But anyway, with that kind of context, this man has written for violent stuff, cartoonishly violent things, and that's what happens here with Super Crooks, which focuses on the perspective of villains, and just a ragtag group of super villains who are like, you know what, just fuck it, we're gonna just do whatever. It's essentially a heist series. I've also been noticing that trend. There's been so many like heist genre related things, so many things riffing off of like Ocean's 11 in a way. Just so much of that stuff recently for some reason. It's the mood for a heist. Why not? This is what the series is. What's interesting about this series is that it's not a literal adaptation of the comics. It actually makes up a lot of original, like, new material for most of the series, and it doesn't really touch upon the source material until the last couple of episodes, which I personally think did it both a service and a disservice, as I will go into. But very much, Mark Miller had involvement with the writing of the show with the anime studio producing this, so in a lot of stuff made sense. So the way it begins is that our central character is a guy by the name of Johnny Bolt. Everyone's name here is like pretty literal. It's there's no subtlety whatsoever. And he's like, he's like a teenage kid. He doesn't live in like a great home situation. It's still not clear to me if that was like his mom or like his older sister taking care of him. But she keeps bringing guys home, and it's just like uncomfortable for him, etc. But around that age, like I guess like at the height of puberty, essentially, he realizes, oh my gosh, I have like superpowers. I can control electricity. I can control like electric charge and manipulate that stuff. And this is a world where, yeah, again, superheroes are the norm. The idea of people having superpowers are the norm. But that also, of course, means there are supervillains. People, there's a distinction between people who use powers for good and a distinction between people who use powers for bad things. And essentially, we have this whole origin story of his, like in this first episode, before the next episode jumps right into his adulthood and how he led a criminal and how he ended up leading into a criminal life. Which is, yeah. So he tries to be a superhero. He's a kid, with his friend, who has no powers. And, they're trying to keep on it down. He's doing the whole thing where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a costume. I'm going to hide my identity. I'm going to practice. And it's this very hopeful, like, series of events that pretty much lead to, like, something very disastrous where he pretty much accidentally kills a bunch of people with his powers. And pretty much does it in front of like a girl he had a crush on. It was just a catastrophic series of events of things going absolutely buck wild and like completely out of his control. And even more shamefully, like people didn't know it was him. In some retrospect, that was like both good for him, but also just horrible. And all, from those series of events, he's just like, you know what, fuck it. If I can't use my powers to help people, if I'm just gonna hurt people, I might as well just keep doing it. So it pretty much ends on like him hacking an ATM machine. Well, ATM, the M means a machine. I apologize for anyone who's...
It's okay.
But yeah, hacking an ATM. And yeah, but that just jumps right into like, oh, here he is now in a jail cell with a bunch of other supervillains. And yeah, most of the series is following his escapades with a group he has. His girlfriend, on the other hand, who, again, and we're now in his adulthood. He's now, like, known for, like, some notoriety, what have you. His girlfriend, on the other hand, who has psychic powers and has been taking part in, like, all their, like, criminal escapades together. He comes out of jail, and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to be normal. I just want to have a normal, stable life with you. She's obviously hinted at marriage, etc. I mean, he's a fucking idiot. He's just like, no, I need to make my big break. I need to like, cash in on the biggest like heist I will ever have before I can even think about that. And she's just very patient with him, and she's very like open-minded too about the idea of like, yeah, she herself is not totally innocent either. She's very much like, no, I still want to do some villain things, but she's very much on the level, like, not to the extent of, like, how big Johnny is thinking. And very much pointing out that, like, listen, you just freshly came out of jail, you fucking idiot. If you do anything obvious now, that is going to be so bad for you. And right, that's, like, much of the series. Like, it's just showing, like, the various things they were doing together alongside other side characters, like some of, like, Johnny's cohorts. And there's this, like, underlying narrative of, like, one of, quote unquote, the biggest supervillains in the world, who they referred to as the Bastard. All right. And which is his like nickname. I forgot his actual name, but he supposedly had retired years ago. But what's terrifying about him is that he actually, and this is where the crux of like all the blood and gore comes in, where he actually is capable like spontaneously combusting someone's head. And like the moment through some sort of like kind of like weird psychic energy, like the moment he gets into someone's head, like if he focuses on them, he cannot get out. And that's kind of what's terrifying about it. Like he pretty much like is someone who got his way with things through like basically mafia-esque tactics. Like pretty much like they tell a story about how someone wronged him in the past, and he somehow managed to get in through his network, he somehow managed to get in contact with all of those people, like all the loved ones of that person. And he pretty much killed all of those people and left that man alive to suffer with everything. the culmination of the series ultimately is with Johnny and his crew trying to steal something from the bastard. And it becomes this like huge, big, tense showdown where they also encounter one of the superheroes who have since like fallen and has been outed as himself also been doing bad things. Now working for the bastard as well. So it's very much, and it's pretty much a show where you're like, you know what? I'm rooting for the villains here, but there are some people who are worse than these guys. Is one of those like, oh man, everyone here is a bad person. But in hindsight, it's like, no, these guys are not as bad as these people. One of those things. And it pretty much, it pretty much fits right into place with how also, in addition to heist genre stuff, there's also been a lot of superhero subversion stuff recently. Stuff that I personally think have been very good. The Boys is a series that's been pretty well acclaimed for doing stuff like that. Invincible is another animated series for also doing a similar thing. In fact, I think the series is very similar to Invincible, at least with the starting premise of like how the series depicts like a young kid being so broken and jaded by the fact that like, oh gosh, I'm trying to do good, but I only end up doing bad. And like, am I just destined for that, et cetera? And then just willingly accepting it. Whereas Invincible is like taking a different turn, but it has a similar premise. And it certainly does not go as like deep and philosophical as like Invincible or The Boys ever will. But Super Crooks is certainly working with those same themes. Like, okay, the villains you're seeing depicted are not like, like, they're not quite evil as you think they're being made out to be, and also showing the side of like, not all superheroes are also working for an altruistic good. Some of them are actually hiding things behind closed doors. But all in all, yes, it like also conveys those ideas, but it's not that deep either. It really is just like a fun, violent romp of like a bunch of like characters, and especially one character, and just seeing him try to like fail upwards to eventually learning his mistakes and eventually coming to terms with like, yeah, I don't need to keep proving myself to anyone. I just need to like calm the fuck down and like understand that someone cares about me and needs to stop. It needs me to stop being so self-destructive. And yeah, I watched it with the English dub, so I felt that was very fitting. It takes place in a fictional San Francisco for the most part. But yeah, it's like, again, yeah, it's all on Netflix. I felt like it was a very quick watch. Well, not quick watch. I guess another one of my problems I had with how they decide to, again, just condense the actual source material within the last couple of episodes as opposed to stretching it out and having you take your time with it. To prioritize the original material, which I felt like was slow at times and dragged on a little bit, especially during like certain battle scenes and certain scenes where there was like a lot of exposition, but which I felt like was exposition that was very necessary. But all in all, it was a ride. I think it was very good. I think it was very fun, but certainly not as like it's very surface level fun. It's something you don't have to think about too much.
It's like I was just thinking about how this. Did you say this is the person who made Kick-Ass, right?
Yeah, Kick-Ass, yep.
At the beginning? Yeah, okay. So like has this guy been doing this for like 20 years? The like
the same
stuff?
thing?
Like yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just like
No, for sure.
It's crazy that like it will always resonate, right? Because of the ever-present nature of the traditional superhero.
Yeah, these archetypes. No, for sure. That actually is a criticism of him. When I was researching this series more, there's definitely like a lot of criticisms towards Mark Miller over like, man, he literally is just writing the same characters over and over again. And I'm like, yeah. And I get that as someone who has only consumed like, again, nothing much else outside of this beyond like, the movies of Kick-Ass and Kingsman, but not the source material. But I can definitely see it. Like, yes, he is literally doing the same things here. And that certainly has like been criticism of him, even across his own fans. It looks like, in particular, too, Super Crooks I think has some criticism because of that. But it's very much intended to be a one shot, so I don't think like I don't know if that holds that much when talking about something that like is a limited series, but like for sure. But that is also the problem too. If it probably is the nature too of just like how these archetypes are handled. It's like, an archetype is an archetype. And, if you're going to talk about an archetype, at some point, you're probably going to be saying the same thing someone else had. You're going to be saying the same thing you have said also already.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It's like, and like, how do you stay on top of what the current view is rather than just getting caught in your own like past ideas of, this is what a superhero represents at this period of time.
Yeah,
and I can see like reinventing that over time, but
right.
I wonder how that plays out. But there's always room for subversion and stuff like that. That's always going to happen.
Right. It also has a great funky opening song.
We love to hear that.
Love a good opening. Whenever Netflix is like skip intro, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm vibing to this.
They need to do something about them having anime and skipping the endings all the time. They really.
Oh yeah, no, that too bugged me. The ending song is not as great, but it was also beautiful to look at. I'm like, what is this? And I didn't notice it until the last episode. I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's been skipping it automatically because I didn't notice. Absolutely, there's definitely a problem with the autoplaying, skipping the ending. I don't know. Like, I'd be okay with that if the autoplay also had like parameters to set. We're like, no, I don't want to skip the ending. You can still autoplay, but don't skip the credits. Come on.
Yeah, for real. Like, it's just from like like from like a broader societal view, just like the way that like the credits are considered disposable or whatever when it's the people who made it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I was caught by demons.
Oh no.
Oh. Kamen Rider demons?
No, not just any Kamen Rider demons. A ghost, an apparition even. You could say I was taken by the mysterious presence of an enemy stand.
Good transition to bring us back. Great stuff. No, but yeah, so you've been watching
Stone Ocean did happen.
Yeah. I still haven't tuned in.
Recently, Stone Ocean, Part 6 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, got released in a not the worst of the Netflix deals. Very interesting to see another, I would say, best case scenario for a JoJo pull. In that the first 12 episodes have gotten released. And now I believe they're going to be doing it in two more, I would assume, 12 episode chunks. So you got the first 12 episodes, and so far I've been digging them. I'm about 8 episodes in. And it's been a lot of fun. Jolene is a very, very fun JoJo. I think a very good culmination of a lot of the series is like interests in what a Joestar family member can be. I think the setup overall, so Jolene Cujo is set up in terms of being a young girl in love, and accidentally her boyfriend at the time runs someone over, and they try to get out of there and try and leave the body, but ultimately she stays behind. Is not tried as a minor, but ultimately has to pay for that later on as an adult. And then, through sheer circumstance, is brought to prison over in Florida. In the middle of all this, no actual conversation with her dad, Jotaro Kujo, but he eventually sends her a amulet that turns out to have a part of the old bow and arrow that basically for the last between parts 3 through 5 have been key in just being able to unlock a lot more stand abilities and latencies for people that are have the potential to have stands. So we're at this maximum security prison in Florida with a material that can ultimately give people just a bizarre new power. And in the middle of all this is a mystery on what is specifically the reason that Jolene is at this prison, and whether or not it has to deal once again with the now decades-long rivalry between the Joestars and the vampire Dio. it's a lot, but it's been fun, you know. Just still very goofy. I think the fact that it is such like a women-centric cast is very awesome and just lends itself to a different kind of action in a way where it definitely wants to, I don't know, like still lean into what makes a JoJo, but immediately you see Jolene being a lot more like resourceful with her stand, Stone Ocean. Don't want to get sued by the estates that have rights for music and whatnot, but no, it's been fun. Like, I've really been digging it. The color paleting is always good. Congrats to Kira Buckland for getting the voice of Jolene for the English dub. I think it is legitimately cool that like both her and the Japanese Seiyu are both people that are just like JoJo super fans.
Yeah, I was seeing that it was the same thing for the voice actor for Pucci. Am I messing it up? The Catholic guy.
Yeah, the Catholic guy.
Yeah. The Catholic guy. What do you want from me? He's probably not in yet. I don't know.
I mean, again, I'm like 7 to 8 episodes in, so I'm aware that Foo Fighters is a part of the cast at the moment, but
yeah. I'm right.
Okay.
It's Pucci. He's the main antagonist.
Oh, wait, no, I remember this name. Yeah.
That's I don't think he's in yet, yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun. I mean, like, on one hand, you know, JoJo Fridays is always one of those immediate pools or whatever of just like, yes, it's finally a Friday. But I don't think this is the worst way to go through JoJo. And it goes off the rails immediately. Fucking by episode 3, we have a deranged person basically having people wear animal corpses to pretend to be animals for her amusement. And
as you do,
just, you know, in terms of where most of these shows start, definitely did not anticipate that, but I like that that's just the energy that it's going into at this point.
I think the thing that I really liked that you mentioned a little bit of is her ingenuity with her stand is something that really reminded me of my favorite JoJo part 2.
Oh yeah,
Joseph, where she really just feels like Joseph, right? Like that's what I've always thought, just in like how she does her stand stuff, how stupid she is. I think in like a very specific way, like where she's just a bastard, right? Like.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's also, now that you mention it, I'm sure that there are plenty of people that can argue Stone Free being a enhanced version of Hermit Purple.
Yeah, that's always how I've thought about it, and I thought it was, like, great that they did that, especially after, you know, part 4, Crazy Diamond is stupid, right? Like, just the strongest possible stand, and then you get into Gold Requiem is, like, Gold Experience Requiem is like, come on, right? Like, just do anything. So it's fun to go back to that, because like even like Star Platinum wasn't that crazy. He's just a guy who punches, right? But like they were still trying to do a lot of the ingenuity of part 2 and 1, where they're doing like, you know, stupid stuff with the ripple or really ridiculous like leaps of physical logic to solve things, like what is that fucking thing Star Platinum does that's insane?
Oh, you mean Starfinger?
Yes, that is literally exactly what I was thinking of. Where it's just like, why is this happening? And it's just like, well, if you just design it around it, then it's fine, you know? Like, and I feel like that's where I liked about part 6. I really liked part 6 a lot when I read it. And I'm really excited to get back into it once I can wrangle my girlfriends into it. But I'm really excited now to see part 7 because part 7 has a lot of that too.
That's the thing, you know. The inevitability of part 6 means that sooner or later we're going to get part 7, and Steel Ball Run is going to be a fucking time.
It's going to be so good. I can't wait to see horrible CGI T-Rex.
Distant Dreamer is also a very good ending. Like, definitely unexpected, but yeah, no, I dig it.
JoJo's so good.
It's good. God, one of my focus. I feel that the popularity of JoJo has made it somehow a appearance of like, oh, you like JoJo? That's such a basic anime. Like,
yeah, but it's not, right?
It is literally one of the original shonen series to pick up after Fist of the North Star, and only has its longevity because of the fact that Araki decided, all right, if I'm going to keep doing this series, I got to figure out different spins for it. Literally, his own ingenuity has been the reason that JoJo has been able to go for so long. And yeah, like the immediate popularity of the series in terms of like the 2012 David production inception is only for the fact that it is the one that is stuck after multiple attempts to, one, not just try and present any of the content to the West, but specifically it's like, you know, we'll constantly try and bring part 3 over. We'll try and have, you know, part 5 available as a game for the PS2. We'll try and have like part 4 translated, but then anyone only ever remembers the fucking Duang scans for like years until we get official scanlations. Only in the past 8 years, no, I'm sorry, only in the past decade have we actually been able to get a proper Western context of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and that's considering the series is now like 30-year tenure at this point. Like,
yeah,
it is popularity that is well deserved, and
it's the type of thing where it's like, oh, okay, we'll continue what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No, it's just like it, and the amount of ingenuity to it for someone to try and argue it as a basic anime. One is again the same, and I don't want it to be an elitism. I never want to come across as an elitist when it comes to my interest in anime, but I feel like a lot of specific anime fans that I end up talking to, who are also people that predominantly absorb it through their childhood in Toonami or getting it through like an immediate early subscription to like Crunchyroll, they only ever stick in that circle of shonen and assume that that is usually what's there. Maybe they'll gravitate to whatever the hot new drama series is of the time. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. Like, it's the type of thing where these are the only... like, you see it with Boku no Hero, right? Like, constantly. Like, where it's like, this is the only one that I know. This is it. Like, and then you got Naruto's and stuff like that.
Yeah, which, again, not awful, but then it's like, you know, I wish...
But it's like, come on. Yeah.
I swear that you'll enjoy Gunbuster. I swear that, you know, you could give Demon City Shinjuku a shot. Check out The Irresponsible Captain. Like, literally, I would just say go find an anime on Retro Crush, check that out, and see if you like it. There's so much more that's out there that isn't, like, amazing because of it being, like, top tier, epic, whatever, but, you know, there's just, like, a heart to it that makes it worthwhile to find.
Absolutely. I always struggle with the same thing where it's you don't want to sound like you're like, oh, well, the thing you like isn't, you know, deep enough. But at the same time, you really just want people to like, no, hey, like, you're limiting yourself to an extent, right?
Yeah, like, you know, yeah. I'm sure Jobless Reincarnation is interesting and it's the first isekai or whatever. Like, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. it got way too horny for me 3 episodes in, and rather than try and force myself through that, I'm gonna go ahead and like check out something else.
And there's so, like, this is the problem we talked about, like, there's so much fucking anime. Like, there's so much. Like, people really have no idea how much there is, especially in the last 10 years. Like, I mean, look at every time we do the fucking weekly, or whatever, the season anime, right? When we do the upcoming. Like, that's so many fucking shows. And they're not all bad, thankfully. I think it's just like figuring out what you're interested in, what you're going into. Like I'm really glad that I'm in a situation where a lot of the times where like I would watch things that I wouldn't necessarily watch and learn what I like or don't like from them. I think it's valuable. Like I always say it from the critical perspective, from like being a critic, but I think just like from any perspective, like learning what you like and not just deciding what you like is one of the most important things you can do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching fucking JoJo again. We watched part 5 really late. Like it took us like 2 years to watch part 5 or something. So I haven't actually minded this delay too much between parts.
Right.
Whereas like part 4 was like, between part 4 and 5 was like 2 years at least, right? Maybe more.
About.
I still need it is reminding me I need to read JoJo Leon again, because I stopped reading it when it was week to week, and now that it's almost done, I feel like maybe I could.
Oh, it's over though.
Oh, it did finish?
I'm pretty sure it did finish. I'm actually going to go ahead and see.
I knew it was like, he announced it was finishing, but I didn't know if it had. Cool. Okay.
Nope. So now we're just waiting for JoJo Lands.
That's right. I feel like it's just the saturation of JoJo that really got it the bad name, right? It's the persona problem.
Oh, yeah.
But
memification.
Yeah, there you go.
But I mean, even then, it's like, how many people were aware of the fucking Road Roller meme before even, like,
yeah,
actually having any, like, knowledge of the Part 3 OVA?
It's true.
But
from Mugen.
No, JoJo's good. It is a popular manga for a reason. It is a popular anime for a reason.
Speaking of popular... No, I'm just kidding. This isn't a popular anime. The Aquarium anime, just to use my real quick bit. You know how I said, oh, they're not going to do anything interesting like I want them to. I was right. They didn't do anything interesting. Like I want them to.
Did it end? What is going on? What is...
One episode left next week. Here's what has happened. So it's very clear that they have now just run out of ideas. So they're like, what's going on with aquariums? Oh, right. People hate global warming. Let's talk about that a little. So they're talking like, oh my gosh, the sea turtles are all dying. And now the idol girl cares about this. So she's going to go join the research institute that the aquarium is establishing in Hawaii to learn about how to stop global warming. And it was like, okay, that's sort of just happening, I guess. Meanwhile, there's the plot with the main character girl, where basically I was saying like she was clearly like broken down. She was like upset. She was not. Every episode was about how she's having a hellish time in marketing. And now it's just like she like left for a day and she goes, you know what? I love being in marketing. This is great. Because they offered her the position to switch over to being an attendant again. And she just said, no, you know, I love being in marketing now, which is something that no one says ever. And she even says the insane thing of, I think that my marketing can help save the fish or whatever, or to like make people love fish. And I'm just like, oh no, she drank the Kool-Aid. But yeah, that show really just like went to the end. It's just like all the old people are so right, even though they're making horrible decisions that everyone hates, and they're actually right in the end, and everyone should just suffer because that's the only path forward. It's just like, man, You could have done something, but it's clear they didn't have the foresight or like thought about what they were actually making. I did hear that the manga for this that they're making, that will continue after the show ends, is being handled by a more popular Yuri writer. So it's possible that goes somewhere more interesting, but I wouldn't know because I feel like the source material and what's already there is not great. It, like I said every time, classics of the original anime problems. They just don't know what they're doing, and then it's just like, all right, just we need to do something this week. How about the sea turtles are dying? Let's do a really forced metaphor about how the crab is scared or whatever, and that represents the human being. So I think you were right when you tapped out of this one. Is what I'm getting at.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but like, it just feels like they just don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know how this keeps happening. I don't know how this stuff gets signed off. I don't know how... It's not the worst or anything. It's just so by the numbers in every single conceivable way that it's just like, okay.
I mean, that's
what
the other...
were you trying to say with this?
It's the other reality of the current like state of anime. If something isn't the worst thing ever or the best thing ever, it becomes worse than that. It just becomes something you forget after a while.
Yeah. And that's definitely the problem here.
Right.
I will definitely forget because it's just like the only thing I can possibly remember is like, wow, remember when there were ghosts in the aquarium and they tried to like get people to go to the aquarium for the ghosts and everyone got mad and said you shouldn't like make the ghosts a marketing tool, and then that never came up ever again, and then she went into marketing.
God.
Very weird show. LV,
yeah.
What do you want to talk about? What's going on? You got these two, I guess, really.
Yeah. I mean, I can mostly focus on and cap it off with Platinum End. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm gonna start saying, I don't know if this is gonna be a good show. I don't think it is right now.
Okay.
I'm several episodes in and I'm like, man, where is this going? So Sugumi Oba and Takashi Obata got together again and were like, let's fucking do it. We're gonna make another edgy series. Not to say Death Note is good. Death Note was a great series.
Yeah, but holy shit, I'm looking right here. You want to talk fucking elfin lead ass cover art? Like that's holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Remember when you were emo in the aughts? Is what I wrote here, and this is exactly this. This is something that I feel like, compared to something like Death Note, compared to something to like their other like Bakuman. Like I feel like if I revisit Bakuman, I'm like, yeah, this is still great. This still resonates. This is a series I don't think is gonna have that same impact. This is a series I feel like won't age on, as it does not feel like it belongs in this time period. So literally they inversed what was going on with Light in Death Note, in which, he's a fucked up boy. He's a fucked up little man.
He is a gifted child who through sheer
right.
Who through the worst set of circumstances is given legitimate power.
Society does not understand him. That's all. And what happens when you tap into someone who otherwise has potential, but is clearly on like an easy slippery slope to the wrong path, and perhaps good intentions lead to bad bad actions.
An unradicalized little shit.
Reversing that, yeah, essentially. What happens when he comes across a paranormal entity that's kind of exasperates it, right? And in this case, Platinum End is following that same premise, but taking things to a little different direction. So the main character's name is Mirai, which literally means future. I can respect that can be someone's literal name, but the amount of times I've seen the word Mira used in anime in a symbolic fashion, I cannot take it seriously. But yes, his name is Future. And he has every reason to be sad. His parents have passed away a while ago. He just has a tough time fitting at school. He otherwise is like kind of like, you know, like compared to like, he's not like a quote unquote brilliant. He's not like, you know, he's not someone who's like academically excellent despite all odds. And one day he's just like, you know what? He's on the verge of killing himself. He's about to jump off a building. And then out of nowhere, this cute little angel girl comes in and is like, wait, don't do it. And then he doesn't do it.
No, don't kill yourself.
No,
You're so
don't do it, my man. Yeah. Yes. And then she's, and it's like nice. It's like a heartwarming moment. She's like, listen, you have so much, you know, she's just on the surface. This angel's like, listen, bro, you have so much to live for. And she's like, and then she carries them back home. She's like, no, you're not going to die tonight. You're going to go home. She's explaining all this shit to him, and she essentially has signed him up for something he did not want to deal with. So, okay, she saved his life, but then she ended up, as a result, bestowing upon him these horrific kind of like crazy powerful ability. What I don't know how to describe it. Like, but she gave him these special powers to basically be able to like hypnotize and manipulate someone to his will and or kill them. However, he received the former. Not everyone has both abilities, but for some reason, those specific two abilities, hypnosis or just kill someone, are the two options these angels can give to these people. So anyway, he goes back home. I think I was about to explain it, but I didn't go into it. But he has no parents, but he's being taken care of by his like horribly abusive, shitty like aunt and uncle, who are I think they're siblings of his mom, I think. And he just ends up he ends up accidentally killing them. Like his emotions get the best of it, and like the angel like encourages like, you know, you gotta stand up for yourself. And she actually encourages him to like, hey, test out your abilities, and he just fucking kills them.
Wow.
Like shit. Like first episode. And how it like, and this is where I started being like, oh no, I don't think the series is good. How it pans out was like very ridiculous, and in a way, like again, the moment where like the angel intervenes is like, okay, whatever. It's like it's kind of cheesy because it's trying to be positive, and it's like okay, we see like a naked angel descend from the ceiling, taking his aunt's soul away.
Okay.
And then like and then the angels are naked, by the way. The angels are all naked. So we don't see any details obviously, but we see the silhouettes of like, you know, like breast shape, etc. We see a lot of angel butts. Like it's quite a lot of butts in this movie, like a series. And it was just really absurd. I was like, what is going on? Like the main character just sitting there baffled by what happened. He killed his aunt by accident. It was just very silly. Like, you know, we know all this like cute angel girls like explaining like, yeah, like don't you like, you know, he's like asking like, oh my god, did I kill her? Is she dead? And she's like, yeah, don't you see her soul being taken away by that other angel? I was like, what? Like, is that a literal thing he is seeing? And yeah, they explain in the show he is literally seeing that too, as we the viewer. This is not like a weird metaphorical thing. But anyway, he fucking murders his aunt and uncle, but I guess they deserved it.
Well, at least there's that. At least, you know, it could have been worse. It could have been like Light Yacht. It could have been worse. He just does it, right?
Yeah, right. And ultimately, again, this angel girl who signed him up for shit he did not want because she saved his life is like, yeah, by the way, now that you can do this stuff, you're now part of this death game with other people in Japan. And I can't really tell you who all these other people are. You kind of just have to figure it out yourself. Good luck. But the last one standing gets to become God. And that's pretty much the course of the whole series. He is meeting all these other peoples. There's like all these stories going around like, oh my gosh, someone's going around murdering people. Someone's trying to be a vigilante, like a common rider as vigilante, like wearing the whole suit and what have you. It's, oh god, like it's a fucking Death Game series. So far, yeah, it's combining a lot of weird loose elements from Death Note and Future Diary, which again, poignant because his name is literally Future. again, the first series, Death Note, which I think still holds up, is a good series holistically. Whereas the latter, Future Diary, I would argue no, maybe, if I revisited that. But man, oh god, the pacing is kind of awful for one. So again, as I explained, there's like weird moments where it's like, am I supposed to find this funny? Like, what is going on? Like, this is very weird and not really, you know, like moments that are supposed to be shocking or sad, and they're not really setting the tone right. Like I think it was it's a couple episodes in where he meets doesn't meet, she's like his classmate, and he discovers like, oh my gosh, she is also like a contestant in this death game. She too also has an angel who's basically most of the angels so far are like feminine, like femme presenting, whereas like this girl's angel is like a twink. Again, they're naked, so it's like, okay, sure. And his wings are on his ass. Important detail I need to point out. Like their wings are all in weird places. And then this girl, this high school, this classmate, she has he discovers like, oh my gosh, she has the hypnosis ability, and she does it on him because she was gonna admit her crush on him her crush on him anyway, but in reality he was in love with her this whole time, and then they like do 3 whole episodes of that. Like what is there's like and then he visits her room and they're just hanging out, and then they're just hanging out, and that's like 2 whole episodes where they're just scheming, like, you know what, let's work together, let's not kill each other, because, you know, we're working together. And this is where they fucking drop a plot bomb, which I think I mentioned in our little private chat over talking about, like, you know, why are a lot of these death game series and stories in Japan a lot? It's just like a weird suspension of disbelief, because, like, you know, a lot of the creators are Japanese, they're based in Japan. And this kid is like in this girl's fucking room. He's like head over heels with her with the worst dialogue I've ever like heard in an anime in recent years. And they fucking like drop this bomb saying, you know, like these dead competitions are like always in Japan because Japan has high suicide rates. They like just fucking say that, like not verbatim, but they just say that like up front. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like that dissonance in the show is so bad. And then even worse, like, again, I think the episode I'm up to right now is they finally meet up with this vigilante that has been reported in the news for a while. Like, there's all these random killings going on in the city. And his getup is, again, like a goofy, as I was alluding to, a goofy Kamen Rider, like, not like a Super Sentai, honestly, to be honest, like, a goofy Super Sentai, like, setup. And he's, like, in this, like, goofy outfit, like, in, you know, trying to, like, again, like, have, a big hurrah publicly. And out of nowhere, he just, like, you know, meanwhile, like, all the news reports within the universe of the city is, like, celebrating this guy's being like, oh my gosh, he's, like, a hero. There's still controversy over him, etc. But, like, people are like, wow, we have a secret superhero, like, running around Tokyo, etc. And then out of nowhere, he just, like, decides, you know what, I'm gonna, like, kill this person right in front of everyone in a stadium, which makes no sense. Like, why are you damaging your reputation out of nowhere? But again, that obviously reveals too, you know, this guy has an angel as well. He's also like a contestant in this like death game. And yeah, it's just, oh God, it's just all over the place. Not to say I'm one who like watches death game series anyway and like doesn't really actively follow it, but I don't think the presentation of this is how they're supposed to work. But yeah, I don't know, it's just very, it's not only all over the place, I personally think, but it's just very, I don't know, it's just not interesting too. Like, I don't know what the stakes are beyond like, okay, the main character can die anytime. And again, I guess that's the problem too with a genre of like this, you know what the stakes are. Anyone can die anytime. But in this case, it's like, man, what did this kid do to deserve this? Like, he had, again, like, he was just in a bad place, and awesome, he got, like, he had a moment of intervention where he realized, you know, maybe I can keep going. And then, like, in this moment of, like, enlightenment and realization, like, of, like, oh, yeah, I can try to keep going. This paranormal, you know, like, otherworldly circumstances, like, throwing him into, like, all this shit he didn't ask for. And he doesn't even really have much of a character either. Like, it's more like everyone around him has a character, and he doesn't. He's very blank slate You know, he doesn't have any real opinions on anything beyond the fact that we've established, yeah, he's sad. He's a depressed person, like in the first episode. But onwards, beyond like the angel talking most of the time and beyond the angel kind of leading his motivations to do things and be like, hey, like, wow, like there's something bad happening there. You should use your powers I gave you to help them out. He's not very responsive. It's not even like, oh, he's like scared or he's like, you know, the series doesn't even do a good job of showing his like flaws and weaknesses he has to overcome. Like at this point in the series, I don't know. Yeah, like again, usually you can kind of get a feel, but maybe that's the point. But like, you know, you can kind of get a feel like, is this character going to turn sideways or are they going to become a better person out of his experience? Like I can't even read what this character is because he kind of just doesn't have much of an interesting character either. So I can't really, you know. On one hand, you know, Death Note, you're supposed to realize at some point, at least for most people probably did not get that. But like at some point, you're supposed to realize, oh, Light is kind of fucked up. Maybe I should not. Maybe he's not a character I should be rooting for. In Platinum Ed, I can't really say the same for Mirai. I don't know what his character's motivations are. Beyond the fact that, yes, he wants to live. You know, and I guess that's unfortunately going to be a cyclical moment where, again, like the prevention of his suicide is like, yeah, he realizes he wants to live, but this is such a drawn out premise for one to get that point across, which has been done in something like The World Ends With You, you know. I don't think the series is good. That's all I'm saying. I'm not enjoying it. I'm good. There are going to be 24 episodes of this series, and I keep seeing ads for it. But I hope people know what they're going for when they click that ad banner in Crunchyroll. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm not feeling this.
That's unfortunate, but I guess inevitable, really.
Yeah, it's just tapping into stuff that's been done before, but not well. Like the well has run dry in a way.
Yeah, I've struggled to find things that really resonate with that emo ideology in like an effective way in the modern era. You know, I'm no Nile, right? Beloved friend of the site, but I am definitely a dabbler in the emo culture, and it's hard to find something like a Death Note today. Like there's edgy stuff, don't get me wrong, but it's a very different brand of edgy. A lot of it ends up being like fucking Super Crooks, like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
stuff like that, or
but it does not have that emo aesthetic.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's edgy, but it's not. I can't name something in what the current Zoomers are into that encapsulates what I'm thinking of when I think of that word.
Like I feel like the closest
you know, like the aesthetic and feel, and the narrative part of it, yeah.
The closest you get is Danganronpa, right? I feel like.
Oh, absolutely,
like, that's the thing, but like
absolutely.
What Death Game beyond that has really resonated with, like, on a broader scale, like Death Note or like other stuff. Like I can't name
Squid Games.
You're right, it's Squid Game. I'm sorry.
But even then, it's because these dipshit kids don't understand the capitalist part. Or they do, but it's also like, dude, you don't... the goal of Squid Game is not to replicate Squid Game.
What do you mean?
I'm going to kick Mr. Beast's ass.
Fuck that
dude,
guy.
I kept seeing that tweet of the fucking teachers scrounging for money, and I've...
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that was bad stuff.
Oh, God.
Like... there's too many things I want to drop kick. But
this is why we need more emo anime. This is what I'm getting at. We need an outlet for
Show Kid
Was the theme song for Death Note called Change the World? Was that, am I correct, or did I miss
it? Change the World, I believe, is a live action film.
Oh yes, yes.
I have that
I was
on
like, that's a
DVD.
subtitle. Yeah.
I have the DVD.
But yeah, show Azumar Chobits.
No, don't show the Zoomers chop. No, I'm taking a stand.
I don't know.
Are you saying that everyone needs to have a horrible phase of their life? Is that what you're getting at?
Not necessarily cringe, but you need to be able to understand what regret is. Honestly, I genuinely believe that there needs to be an inhibition reignited within the Zoomers, but not necessarily through this abstract concept of cringe culture, but more so being actually to understand remorse, understand regret, understand actually recognizing that when you do something and you feel bad about it, you have the ability to move on from that.
That's right.
And the easiest way to at least have some aspect to that is watching an anime, getting back to it some years later and realizing, oh God, I was into this and this informed some of my ideas about the world. Again, not in a, ha ha ha, I'm here doing the ninja run. More in a, this probably would have made me more fash if I, believed what, this creator was talking about.
Yeah, I've always wondered how that goes with Attack on Titan. People, obviously, I watched Attack on Titan when I was a teenager. And it was oof. Could have gone somewhere else, I guess. Probably not. I'm going to be real with you, but it could have happened. No, yeah, there's definitely that you need to learn to embrace things that, it's fine that you outgrew them. Also, I feel like it's a lot of stuff that happens these days.
I mean, that's the other thing, too. I feel like Zoomers are so... This is now becoming the Zoomer cast. But
no. Feel free.
No, I'm glad. No,
let's attack our Zoomers. Yeah, come on.
No, I mean, I think I've expressed this multiple times before. I think in us in general, together, oh God, I am glad, the current generation of young preteens to teenage age have better anime. I'm going to be real. Or at least better again in conjunction with your problem of and my problem too, I agree with, oh God, there's so much fucking anime. But just how, because of that, there's, more quality stuff in the midst of the trash, right? Plus, of course, the accessible channels now are much easier compared to, the days
just
of,
Toonami or,
oh, yeah, and then learning what bootlegging is and being and that's your only option. No, but for sure.
But I think my main thing still is that with it being such a young generation, there lacks that interiority of recognizing that at some point you get old. Mm-hmm. And I say this even hearing my 18-year-old sister talk about a lot of the stuff that's happened to her, infected her, and she's wanting to make these very patient decisions about what's going on with her life. But then it's still dude, I am 7 years older than you, and even just hitting 25, I know that I am not in a position that'll let me know what comes ahead, but I've at least mellowed out enough to focus on all right, let me just take things one day at a time, or let me just cool it with some specific things. I think eventually there just needs to be that realization that you literally just need to live long enough to just get some things.
Yeah, definitely.
You do just need to let time work its course for just that extra stewing of life.
It's true. Like I said before the show, I've been watching Gundam, right? And I would never have done that even 2 years ago. But now I understand it.
Yeah.
I'm making a little joke. I'm sorry. But I do. Yeah, no, really though. Yeah. All right. I know you guys got to go get streaming, so we can wrap it up now if you'd like.
I mean, do you have any questions?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, I would see questions.
Haha, I'm going to check.
Drinks can always wait.
A little
for
bit.
anyone who's what the fuck are they talking about? Alluding to the fact that I've been streaming Valhalla Cyberpunk bartender action around the time of this record. By the time non-patron users will hear this, I'm probably 5 days left to stream it. But as of right now, as of this recording, there's 10 days left of a bartender action, Cyberpunk bartender action. So that's what we're referring to, which I will hop right into after this. But I am open to questions if there are any. It's fine.
There are not. But
oh, okay. Never mind. I guess.
No, I went there, and the first thing I saw was you saying Gollum is a fucked up little man.
He is a fucked up little man,
and he is. I'm thankful that do you think Gollum's a Mineta type character? Do you think he's
no, because a lot of people love him sincerely.
Do you think he's like Ryuk from Death Note?
No, I think he's like if we have an axis chart, he would be in that direction, but not quite. No, I think he's.
Rose, you said Mineta, and I just remembered that I've been catching up with My Hero.
You have?
Yeah.
No.
Boy, how's that going for
Remember
you?
that one twist that they thought... spoilers, I guess, if you're also trying to catch up with My Hero, but fucking don't worry about it. I'll do this for you. Remember the fucking twist that they maybe had of like, oh, who's the mole in UA?
Yeah.
And we kind of thought it was the French kid.
Yeah?
It is the French kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because One for All gave him a quirk, because he was also quirkless.
Oh my god.
But then it's like, oh, I'll kill your family, Neville Longbottom. No, Draco
Really
Malfoy. If you don't work for me. And then Deku's like, I gotta help you. Again, I like the parts where it's just Deku being a good boy and he has to, like, sheer will, like, kindness into a very hostile situation. But, you know, at that point, I liked My Hero Academia when it became Demon Slayer. Because in Demon Slayer was just that premise for a very contrite space.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I've not heard anything good about My Hero's like future, like the current arc in the manga or anything. It seems like people are super falling off hard.
It's trying to say stuff, and unfortunately Horikoshi is not a guy that can like say stuff.
Yeah, it really seems that way. Ugh. Especially because it seems like, well, I won't get into it.
What?
Just
no, say it.
A lot of the stuff about the like, oh, the heroes, like there was an evil hero later on that they go into, and then like, oh, the heroes were actually exploiting people and doing something bad, and it's bad that the heroes were doing this, and so like they could order the heroes to just do assassinations or something like that, basically.
Like the shadow government.
And then they're like, and we found that out, and we got rid of that guy, and we're not going to analyze any more about this, and everything's fine. It was just that guy was bad.
Yep.
And it's just like, oh boy.
Say what you will about One Piece, they do actively say, hey, maybe the government isn't cool.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes you gotta shoot down a government flag and set it ablaze.
It really does just feel like he has, Horikoshi has this real like, oh wow, I love cops mentality with the way that he writes a lot of the superheroes.
Yeah.
Just has to be like, oh, well, they mean good. It's a thing. It's noble inherently.
Yeah, it sounded like, again, compared to like all the things I was talking about earlier, like My Hero Academia, like was trying to be a subversion, and then it just actually was not.
Yeah,
he like pulled the curtain back, like, oh no, that's too far. No, we're not saying that. We're saying this, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how you create the Avatar world again. Also, basically, where there are.
No, you don't fucking need that. Again, Demon Slayer saw that and was like, no, what if I just make this about a nice boy who has to do a very hard thing and make that for like sub 200 chapters? Perfect. You get
I'm telling you.
You get the best-selling movie in Japan.
Yeah. Sometimes shorter things are better is the thing. It's the same thing for games, same thing for shows. Sometimes Gunbusters 4 episodes says it all.
6 episodes.
6 episodes. Gunbusters 6 episodes says it.
Yep.
Why did I think it was 4 episodes? Oh man.
No, you don't omit the last 2 episodes until you hit Ava.
Oh. Those are fine.
I'm sure they are. Again, it's fucking the sincere message, the fuck you to the fans, the nah, maybe I was wrong about that, and then the finally stop thinking about Evangelion and do something else. I explained Evangelion in like 3 seconds. You're welcome.
Finally, someone did it. You're going to be one of those YouTube videos that says, like, Ava in a nutshell, and it's 3 seconds long.
And here is the reason why Evangelion is that amazing. Don't forget that this episode is sponsored by NordVPN. Use the promo code BAPS to get 30% off on your...
BAPS? That's what you came up with?
I was under pressure.
What would that? That's why it's not what you come up with when you're under pressure.
Use the promo code MILF, okay?
Oh, that's better. You're right. Okay. Okay, anyways, yeah. Fucking... Y'all are streaming, okay? We'll call it quits. Just a reminder to everyone out there, we're watching Rojin Z. Don't know if that'll be next time or the time after. It might be the time after because we, like we said, an anime of the year. Never know. Gotta mix around with it. But yeah, you find that all on YouTube, so not bad at all. Yeah, thank you both for joining me. And see y'all after, you know, happy holidays. I don't think we're doing another one, so happy holidays, everyone. And we'll see you next time.
It's gonna snow again. Silent night, holy night. I was praying you'd be here with me, but Christmas Eve ain't what it used to be.